this is me. I just quit my 9 to 5 job to chase my dream. I've got exactly 6 months, 180 days, 4,320 hours, minus sleep, minus eating, minus petting my dog, obviously, to make this chapter a reality, unless I'm gonna need to sell my kidney, or worse, my camera, just to survive. Okay, that's a joke. In reality, I'm gonna need to go back to a 9 to 5 job, which honestly I definitely don't wanna. So why am I doing this? Am I crazy? Yeah, maybe just a bit, but I know I wanna make a difference in my life. This whole idea started about 5 years ago after I met my girlfriend and our dog. You know, I've always wanted to create. I experimented with cameras and I loved writing short stories. But I haven't really considered making any art part of my life. I pushed myself into tech instead as a huge compromise. I started my career in front-end engineering and UX design. I've always wanted to see the visual outcome of my work, so this looked like a good fit. Both my inner starving artist and, well, my actual hunger could be satisfied. Sounds amazing, but just on paper, or actually when talking in front of a camera. Initially, my job was fun. I've built apps for serious, important things like healthcare, but before I could say with confidence, damn it. Anyway, things got repetitive after some time, okay? I didn't see why back then, but looking at it now, it was literally shouting at me. Yeah, forgive me, I was quite oblivious back then. My life was constantly backstage. Clients came with ideas and I made them a reality. We now tend to live someone else's lives on social media. I've been chasing the dreams of other people wanting to make a dent in the universe. Or an eruption, a difference, a change. They said that in their mission statement, so must have been true, I guess. Anywho, I've met my girlfriend and things have changed. She's also creative and she made me think, why don't I give it a try to photography, filmmaking, writing, and eventually YouTubing. Posting on YouTube. I thought that I always wanted to treat photography more seriously, so we began traveling, taking some photos until we ran out of iCloud storage. So things were starting to be fun and things were going somewhere. Then one day, in 2024, life hit me. I don't even know where to start, but I lost someone. And for some time, it was hard to feel that anything made sense. I've always thought, I've got time. But at that point, this was just a lie. Time has slowed down, months have passed. Everything went on a sidetrack. I remember I was sitting at the desk watching some YouTube videos and I started thinking, now what? Time has this interesting feature that forces you to look from a perspective. Things eventually heal, go to the previous state, you open your eyes and you can see the path you've almost abandoned. The path you've never walked through, and the path you wish you wouldn't need to walk again. I started to think. I made some short videos in the past, I created a couple of Instagram accounts. Each one of them had a different theme, but that didn't work. I guess short form videos weren't meant for me. So I thought to myself, I'm gonna try with YouTube. But first, I asked, okay YouTube, what do you want from me? I tried to go back to the roots. What have I been doing my whole life? UX design, front-end engineering, creating apps, websites, shooting photos, making videos, writing short stories, and occasionally mentoring other engineers on video calls. What's the common pattern in all these things? Maybe technology, tools, apps? No, it doesn't align with writing. Oh, I know. Everything connects visually. Closer. What was that? How about... Through user experience, I was telling stories. I mentored people by telling them stories. I designed UIs that guided people through stories. I took photos that showed stories. I made videos that portrayed emotions through, stories. And finally, I was literally writing stories on paper. So the common denominator was simply telling stories. So I've decided I want to explore storytelling, but precisely visual storytelling, and that's the main topic for this channel. Videos that I'll publish in the upcoming months will be my exploration of visual storytelling, testing ideas, learning how emotions are being manipulated in the movies, and how you can evoke certain emotions through stories. Each month will bring me closer to a deadline. Exactly 180 days from now, on July 16th, I'll need to get a job. Or I'm gonna burn my last savings and make my dog sad. We don't want that. I plan to publish one video each week, eventually, possibly even two, about things I've learned, experimented with, and discovered about how to tell better stories. I think everyone should know this because telling stories is something that's always been in our lives. When we try to convince our significant other to buy a new fancy camera, we tell a story about the bright future that's ahead of us, delivered in S-Log 3. Stories are something that connect, and in these crazy times, there's something that can help us feel more human. Once you realize this, you're gonna see stories in every interaction. And here I am. I used to have a job and no story. Now I've quit my job and I'm finally letting myself starting this next chapter. I don't know how this ends. I don't know what's the future's gonna unfold. But I know one thing, I'm done pretending I have time. Because I don't. I'm not doing this alone though. I've got support. The Artist's Way book to explore my fears and creative blocks, my girlfriend's wise words, and my Tappy Tappy Doggo Toes. Strong trio. If you wanna see what it goes, you know what to do.